Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kenzo SSW. Alongside me is Colonel, and welcome to the VHEL Week 3 Spring Valorant Edition. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing tonight? Colonel, how you doing as well?
I'm doing it pretty good. I woke up just a few hours ago, so I am full of energy here for some honestly pretty high level Valorant gameplay here. Again, both of these teams, St. John Bosco and Lancaster High School, currently 1-1 in the, as you mentioned, Division 1A for Spring 26. But there are some really respectable players on these rosters, have some Immortals, a couple Ascendants, lots of Diamonds and Platinums. So, especially for high school level, this is an extremely well-rehearsed lobby. So we'll wait and see how it goes here. We are in for a best of one on to bind here. Definitely an interesting map to see, but we'll have to take a little bit longer here as we let our teams get set up to see how this is going to trend for them. Does look like it'll be St. John Bosco here on the current defense side, and then we'll have Lancaster High School looking to get their attack set up. So we'll wait and see how this ends up going here. As for the moment, looks like it's going to be a B hit to open our game.
Apparently, it is St. John Bosco, the heavy favorite in tonight's matchup. We'll see how Lancaster High School appears to try to upset them. They pretty much are the underdogs in this story, so they have a bit of a story to tell, kind of maybe prove themselves for the time being. And a Cisco already jump starting out, not gonna get the payback, and already these two teams not wasting any time with the engagement.
Yeah, we do have the plant coming down here, the defense. Gonna have to try and roll out here, but it's a little bit of a tough one. Praise as well here on this jet, leaning over toward back halls. Lazy Cat charging forward, Outlier as well, trying to catch up and stay caught up, but it's nice shooting here on the retake, able to re-even this 3v4 into a 3v2 as Outlier looking to hold Hookah here. Praise peeks out. Nice headshot for Outlier, as we'll see the last player now in Garden's Brim trying to do something, but he's gonna get gunned down in a 3v4. Turns into a 3v0 on a beautiful retake here by SJB. Lazy Cat will get the defuse here. 2 kills for them on the round here, and that is a really healthy start to this game.
Yeah, SJB really proving that they are the heavy favorite, instantly turning from a 3-4 deficit into a 3-0 deficit. So obviously, this is pretty much going to be a very tough uphill battle for Lancaster. We have seen Lancaster play very good in the past before, but tonight they may have a bit of a powerhouse coming against them as we get ready for the next bye phase. Colonel, do you think there's a chance for Lancaster to at least make an upset here tonight?
I definitely think in terms of the game, we still have a lot left to see, right? Obviously, that pistol round went very well here for the side of St. John Bosco, and again, they're proving some of those players why they are at those top ranks, but there are obviously a lot of other things that can happen here. Obviously, the start of that round went great for the side of Lancaster, but we do get an update here. Is going to be a technical pause here to try and get somebody fixed up. It looks like a Clarkett here to disconnect our for the Lancaster side. So we'll obviously take a second and let them get re-readied and get good to go, but we'll wait and see how this does go. Obviously, this second round of the map, I would be shocked if Lancaster do end up winning. We can see the bye here just to get a little bit of an idea of what the setup is for St. John Bosco. Double Outlaw, Bandit, double Spectre, so they are pretty heavily committing here. Full regen shield lineup as well, so they take as little chip as possible, whereas obviously for the Lancaster side, you lost Pistol, so you're just saving. They're currently holding on to a Bandit and a Ghost and a Shorty, no Bandit. So I highly doubt that they will pull any type of thrifty off here in this Eco second round, but I suppose never say never. It's always possible, especially if you get an early kill on something like an Outlaw.
Yeah, you are correct on that. As again, we are waiting for the tech pause. One of the players appears to have disconnected, so we are going to await to see what is happening. But like you said, even Lancaster losing that first round, it's still not over for them, even with the player talent just stacked against them. And again, St. John Bosco, a really powerhouse team. They have quite a bit of history here in VHEL. So it kind of tells you what this team is all about. Again, they have multiple rating players on their team. And again, that really tells to what St. John Bosco really is. They are about to really try to walk away with this one. They themselves are pretty confident. So the question is for Lancaster, are they going to somehow match the powerhouse of that? Well, we'll have to find out. As hopefully seems to be a bit back now. Hopefully the player that was disconnected found a bit more connection. And it looks like we just got more production. They're going to need another minute, so not quite ready to go. We're still waiting for that player to get their situation fixed.
And yeah, we do get word they do unfortunately have to restart their entire computer, which fortunately seems the process is about over, but obviously sucks when it happens, but obviously we would prefer take the extra 2 minutes here, allow them to get a reset once is, it is what it is, right? Incidents happen, maybe a cord came loose, maybe there was just some connection problem, doesn't matter, 1 2 minute pause is not too big of a deal, obviously. If it starts happening 10 times, then we have a problem, but for the moment we get everybody back in and good to go here. Looks like another B hit on this attack here. Chamber trying to peek out. Osiso double kill with that second outlaw shot. That gun only has 2 bullets, and yet he finds 3 kills. Nice work here as they'll peek back out here, and unfortunate start to the round for them. That Chamber gonna have Tour de Force available very quickly here, already at 5 ult points as Waylay and Sky trying to get ready to go here. That's Snot and Bear down by Fountain, but I don't know what chance they have unless they're just looking to give this Chamber an ace.
I don't think they have a chance, to be really honest, because you're looking at a 5v2 deficit after what we just saw, a collateral headshot taking off not 1 not 2 but 3 people at once. That is a tough scenario to clutch it up, but we have seen it in the past that most people have clutched it in a 3-5. Lazy Cat drops 1. Can he drop the other? He will not, and it's down to Bear to try and clutch it up as Sisso looking to make a play. Bear trying to slowly push it up, but it's not going to matter. There will be no ace for this round as SJB takes off another one.
And yeah, it's a nice attempt there, right? Bear, there's nothing you can do other than try. There's not a spike plant, so you can't try and die to the explosion to deny that kill credit. So get rid of any guns you can, take any kills you can. And you know what, considering he was left in a 1v5, you gotta respect the fact that, he got one. What more can he really do, right? He got close to that second one, even on the Reyna there with that headshot, I believe, but didn't end up getting it in the end. But again, that's not a round either us or them expected to win. They're down like 6,000 in buy credits, so again, it's not a problem to lose that round. It is a problem if they lose this round on the full buy. Nix Petrov actually doesn't have the money for a rifle kit. Everybody else, though, with their Vandal, but obviously a couple of upgrades back on the other side. Double Outlaw, Spectre, Bulldog, Guardian here as we get a 5v5 on A. Ooh. Praise gets 1, but traded out here for Stardust as we will try and get the plant right now. Clark it freshly on his PC here, able to get that spike down as Bear holding the 1 corner. Shower, 2 up by U-Haul as well, so have to be pretty careful here on this retake, but definitely need to make some action happen here. Have to be careful here. This Waylay spotted out, nice by Outlier as they're able to deep-peek. Nix Petrov finds the side of Stardust. Reyna here as it will be Outlier trying to hide. Still 1 in Shower, able to stay alive. Snot just going to be a nuisance here for the rest of this round, hiding out in Shower as it will be taken down here. Now the Brimstone, a 1v3, trying to hide in the smoke. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3! Nix Petrov hides out in the clove smoke and comes up huge. I saw them walk in. I'm like, okay, he'll get 1. He might even get 2, but the Jet is going to roam in for that final kill before he picks it up. But no, the Brimstone here able to stay alive. The one player who didn't have a buy gun going into the round picks one up off a teammate's corpse and is able to pick up a huge spray transfer there for the 1v3 to pick up Lancaster's first round.
And you normally see the defenders usually start off with 3-0 straight. We've seen that in the past in these Valorant series. Sometimes the defenders and the attackers usually to one side of the fair before we start seeing one side start to pick up a wins. Not this time, as it's 2-1. Assisto stays in the corner right around B side. Gadget is destroyed. Bear looking to try to push the side head back over to Cisco Snot, and Nick's trying to at least push it up. Assisto's going to stay there for the time being as Outlier slowly moves around. Assisto trying to fire a couple shots, trying to get one, takes out Outlier,
Wow.
and Cisco another kill from Outlier. Stardust looking to trade off, but Bear's going to make a play, and it looks like SJB regains another round, 3-1 for SJB.
And yeah, I mean, that's just a beautiful flank, right? You're able to get in position. You have your chamber in long. He's hearing them move up the lane, so you know something's about to happen there to attack Assiso. And right when that move finally gets committed for the attackers, that flank player is in position, takes the one low player down in Gardens, and Assiso able to find his one, get out with the teleport. Obviously, they're able to pinch down the last guy, and Bear unfortunately sprayed through the smoke here as back in the round, Outlier and Lazy Cat both holding down the main flanks of A, as we'll see Snot peeks over. That's one for Lazy Cat, steps away. Another Prowler goes out, will find the waylay here. Bear's Guardian trying to harass it, but gets the headshot.
Ooh.
Really nice by Lazy Cat. Beautiful aim there in the waylay slow. Gets the double kill. Could go for the, doesn't need the ult orb, actually has his Nightfall already, but again, really tough here. Is on the other side, Chamber trying to take a fight toward the Jet and Garden, but Praise finds the pick. So you have the Jet moved on to B, and you have Fade with the spike on A, as we'll wait and see for the moment. Trying to move over. Clove could have something with Praise here. We'll see who takes it here. Should get spotted out, and Praise!
Ooh.
Another headshot. His gods are helping him kindly, as unfortunately, though, he is moving around, really unfortunately slowly, right? He has to get another 3 kills here after already finding his double, and he does not know exactly where to go. He's going to take the showers route here. Maybe wants to try and get a gun here from one of the dead bodies. I'm not sure what there will be for him to find. Is another shot. Lazy Cat finds him, but he gets to safety for the moment, as we'll see him move over, going to site instead of back around.
Yeah, you can just see Praise trying to at least try to maybe flank around, catch him off guard. Praise trying to push it, slowly walking towards A side. He has the advantage is not in his favor. The 3v1. Can he ace it? We'll have to see as Praise slowly pushes away, grabs one more gun, tries to get there, but Stardust is going to just immediately drop him, and SJB shuts them down 4-1 as we get ready for another round. Praise unfortunately almost cuts it up, but not enough, as SGB read him like a book.
And yeah, I mean, again, obviously full respect to Praise. He had a great flank. He was able to take down both of his roadblocks, but that type of play there with that success rate is a type of play you need players to help you with, right? You need more players to help you try and get that spike down so you are on a meaningful flank. But unfortunately, he burns up a lot of the clock, moving through long, moving through CT, and he ends up just running out of time to really make a play. Has to try and commit to something there in the final 10-15 seconds, and he does get punished for it as Waylay gonna ship out the ultimate lane here. Not gonna find anybody in U-Haul, but definitely not a bad call here. But look at Fade here. Lazy Cat is on a crazy flank here as Bear goes down. Fade gets the haunt down here, gonna spot the enemy. Fade, Nightfall comes out, should tag everyone, but Brimstone on the flank here. Lazy Cat's gonna die from the flank here. Nyx gets it, as it now is Osiso operating here. We'll see what he can find here, but with a sniper, I'm not imagining he's in too much of a rush to get onto site here. Probably just gonna hide out, maybe look for some exit picks, as obviously they're gonna want to stay alive, as he's actually gonna put down this teleporter here. We'll see what the move is gonna be. I'm assuming it's just gonna be an op from heaven. Look for, again, some exit picks here, try and deny some economy for the SJB, or rather for the Lancaster side here, but not gonna find anyone. Everybody else is moving away through U-Haul and teleporter back down to main, so is just gonna be a save here. That operator obviously very expensive, but Lancaster, a nice round for them, secures them their second.
Indeed, it is a nice bounce back from what they had to deal with earlier in the round. That Lancaster immediately recognizing their mistakes and slowly trying to keep up with St. John Bosco. This could be a chance for them to make a huge play, get them another round victory if they can take out their heavy hitters as well. We see Clark getting set to go for the next round. And if you're Lancaster right now, you are feeling a bit good. You're down 2 rounds. You're not out of it just yet, but you are severely have to at least make another dent in towards this round as we get ready. Praise tries to fly, get through anything. It's going to take out one, take out Outliers. They trade away. Outlier with another one. Bear drops Outlier. Back and forth, all tied up for the 3v3 in their favor, and it's slowly looking a bit way. Lancaster once more popping off a couple other shots as Nyx dropped another one. The spike is planted. Lancaster man with the advantage. Snot dropped another one down to a Cisco. Cisco trying to pop another one. He gets one more, and it's 2v1 in favor of Lancaster, trying to at least hang on, trying to get one more for St. John's. As Cisco tries to at least get through the smoke, maybe cup up a couple shots. It looks like he's going to maybe push, go for the spike. No, he's going to fake it out once more, trying to get a couple shots. Misses one. He's being pressured, and Snot immediately drops him, and it's a one-score deficit. Lancaster fighting their momentum.
And yeah, I mean, losing that op is really, really huge against the side of this Asusa chamber. Again, could have tried to take that teleport, that translocate back out there after the Sky peeked around for the first time there. And you see they do have that judge. They are going to start doing some damage at that mid-range if you just sit there. So doesn't end up getting out here. It is going to be that operator going down. It is not picked up notably by Lancaster. They don't feel too confident in it. They don't want to risk giving that gun back over as well to Asusa for free. No ultimate available, and he does not have the money to opt. So gonna be 10 rifle kits in the game, with the notable exception Asuso has regen shields, and Snot actually holding on to this judge, as we'll see for the moment, trying to push up. VHEL looks to be the target. Waylay dash 1-2 out now, as it will be Outlier getting the kill on Praise. That ping not enough. Snot in the judge. Oh, Asuso pulls his knife out at the wrong time here, as it will be a kill for Snot. Clarkett as well finds his kill. Snot upgrades to the Vandal, and in the 3v3 now, they're gonna take it to a 3v1 on Reyna.
This is really bad for Reyna. Not a good idea. Teammates nowhere in sight. They might come back, but Reyna seems to be very much in trouble. Gets flashbang. Need a quick drop. Tries to make, but gets one more. That seems to be if they can plant the spike. Looks like they are, and now it's all up to St. John's. Bosco to not give up this lead if they can. Close trying to lead stuff up, but Nyx is going to drop them. Lazy guy tries to drop one. He gets off of Nyx. Tries to push more. Get through the smoke, but it's not going to matter. Not going to matter. Snot drops him, and it's a tied series.
And yeah, I'm really betting, right, back at 4-1, if you asked the side of SJB, what is the scariest thing that you need to be worried about over the next 3 rounds, I don't think they would have replied with a judge, because this has been some really nice work by Snot here, securing the anti-flank, getting some close kills and smokes here. It's really nice work here with this judge, but 4-4 now, it's, as you mentioned, a great comeback, to even just in the short term by the Lancaster side. They re-even the score after a pretty big early game deficit. Prowler will try and hunt down this chamber, who, look at this, he's bought himself a judge, trying to showcase some work with the same Praise, finds the kill, but Stardust gets what they're really after, which is that trade. Bear goes down as well, as Clarkett trying to lurk forward here through this Clove Smoke Nightfall, really considering it. He's pulled it out 3 or 4 times now, waiting here for Clarkett. Will send it down the lane here on site, gets both the Clove and Reyna, rotating around the backside. Fade takes teleporter, Clove on site, gets ran through here, but it will be get a kill before ultimate comes out from them. Outlier goes down as well. This Clove should die instantly, but down elbow. Stardust finds his pick. 1 in hookah, 1 down elbow, and Snot trying to make magic happen here with his judge. Gets one. Surely he doesn't 1v2 with a judge. Snot! Insane work here. Down almost 3,000, over 3,000 in credits and guns. He finds the value here, and he drops the Vandal and immediately buys another judge, because why wouldn't he? He's popping off here. 6,400 in the wallet.
Hey, well, the statement is true. What ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, Lancaster, they are working with what they have, an immediate bounce back, as Lancaster showing off the upset potential. This is not what we were expecting. We knew that St. John's Bosco was a very powerhouse team, but they are completely caught off guard as Praise drops as CISO, trying to get one more, the trade-off. as Snot sees
Oh
the one
my.
go in the corner, drops Outlier again. Well, to Lazy Cat down, he goes over to the Vandal as he works his way through A lane, starts to push towards B site for the time being, as Reyna seems to be in trouble, is able to drop one with the pistol. Bear drops another one. Stardust with the trade off the 3v2 in favor of Lancaster as Claire Kid plants the spike. Les Lazy Cat tries to at least do more, trying to hang on for the time being, trying to regain the momentum for St. John's Bosco as Snot is just peeking around that corner, gonna sit there for the time being. Oh, he almost had it, but Stardust makes them pay. Nyx drops one, and now it's a 2v1, all up to Lazy Cat to clutch it up in this round. He does not have the momentum in his favor, and Nyx is going to drop him once again, and Lancaster has a 6-4 round lead.
And yeah, this is just straight up factually starting to get dangerous for the SJB side here, who again started off great, and as you mentioned, probably were a little bit favored going into today, as again some very top level players on this roster. But Lancaster showcasing their own strength again, as we mentioned at the start of the game. St. John Bosco are strong, but by all means, Lancaster are no weak team either. They have plenty of very respectable players on their roster, and they are proving it here, even if it's at the hand of a judge here. Obviously not the most standard weapon to be using in a lot of these mid-round buys, but it's working out for them, and if it's working out, why not? Here comes Bear with the shorty. There goes Lazy Cat. The shotguns are raining hellfire down. That one's a pistol even, as we'll wait and see. For the moment, the retake gonna have to come back through. 4v5 now, out of the favor of St. John Bosco, but we'll see Stardust up in heaven. Asiso going to move up to join them as well on this operator here, as for the moment, not going to find too much. Prowler shot down, 2 in U-Haul, 2 on site, 1 out showers. Look at Brimstone as well. He's looking lineups as well, as it will be praised. Going down here as Nyx rotating around slow here. They're just stalling time for this Brimstone to win them the round, as Clove takes down Clarkett, but he's traded out. Stardust gets the retrade. Empress trying to move forward here. Doesn't have that ult popped, but we'll wait and see for the moment. Clove smokes down. Brimstone just waiting, and again, they don't think they have the time, but look out for Nyx Petrov. He's holding this back angle. He can play the gunfights here. Gets 1, gets 2! The operator that they tried to save just now is lost to the ground. Nyx Petrov, he's playing his lineups, but he is by no means afraid to use that gun to take them down. And now Lancaster going to the ultimate round of the half, leading by 3 here. A chance to lock it away 8-4 against a mid-buy here. They're burning everything they can for this SJB side by all means, but it's only 3 rifles, 2 judges with 2 heavy shields, so this is going to be a really tough round now for SJB considering the trend of the game.
Indeed it is, and again, this is very impressive for Lancaster, down 4-1 early in the round, and immediately as soon as they bought that judge, it was working out in their favor. Obviously, that is what they have as praise. Drops the one. Outlier says, I got you right back, as Lazy Cat drops another one. The trade-off back and forth between these two teams, 3-2 in their favor. Stardust drops another one, looking to regain the momentum, trying to take out Nyx, that main guy they have been struggling so hard to take out, trying to push more and more as Nyx drops Asio. Asio immediately gets eliminated. What's more? Nyx! Almost had the clutchness, but Clove shuts him down, and finally, St. John's Bosco back with momentum, but they're still down 2 rounds.
And yeah, when I saw the Brim coming out, right, you see the chamber peek around the corner. He shoots immediately. He's off target, but he corrects it almost immediately. Gets that kill on Azizo, but then you see he trades the kill for information, right? You trade that judge chamber to know where the Brimstone is, and then he peeks out, gets the headshot on one. I had a bit of a recollection back to the round earlier on in the half where he got that triple kill in the Clove smoke, and I went, not again, but indeed, not again it will be, as they do finally get the kill on him here. And again, this Brimstone is top fragging for this team. Snot's been having a great game here, of course, on that judge, but Nyx Petrov actually top frag of the whole lobby, 14 and 7 here to match Stardust's 14 is an interesting attacking strategy here from SJB. They're going to have 4 players sitting on Fountain's box as the wait and see for the moment. Chamber, I think, is maybe making some noise, A, based on the movement. Waylay moves over, and Jet and Fade both give up some ground, but it's not heavy enough, so these two are going to lean back into their range. Seize comes out. It's actually going to grab a few here, but there's not really any follow-up punishment other than some footsteps, so they will get audio. Prowler comes in, but look at the rotation coming back through already. Waylay and Brimstone rotating quick. Bear and Nyx will be here soon, as we'll have for the moment dashing on in. Fade holding the close smoke. Bear gets 1 player peeking out the side. Bear gets 2 from Hookah. Lazy Cat and Clove both find their pick. The plant comes down 3 versus 3. Look at where Chamber is, though. Aussie so is... Oh, no, he takes teleport. I was going to say spawn flank is crazy here, but we'll get back over, hold this Hookah angle. They take down Snot. Clarkett trying to move over. He should get taken down as well. The Clove here having a great round for themselves. A triple kill as Nyx Petrov once again in the 1v3. He's been here on multiple occasions, has a middling percent success rate here. Gets 1, peeks around here, but no, not enough HP. Clove picks up the Quadra.
It was so close for Nyx. Again, every time Nyx is by himself, we think we're about to see the most insane play from him. We saw that we seen the smoke, picked off 1, 2, 3 players like they were nothing, and every time I just see that, you just think, there's no way he's gonna do it again, right? But this time, he got immediately shut down as we get ready for the next round. 6-7, St. John Bosco slowly clutching up, slowly bringing back the momentum as they were down 7-4, winning the next 2 as we're in the swap round now. So now it's St. John's Bosco on the attacking side, and Lancaster will be the defense. So hopefully we have to see as the Brawler gets sent out. Clarkett immediately having to back off for the time being, just sent it out. One of their own haunt is destroyed as a minute 30 enters the round. Looks to capture the orb point, excuse me. As we see Snot once more, still rocking the shotgun. He has done very well since that. As Clarkett is going once again back off near the A side as Bear slowly hangs around. Asio looks to try and get a couple off. Bear fires a couple shots, but instead just trades off with a couple damage.
Nyx.
As Nyx once more. Nyx just, mister, you saw Asio just immediately teleport out there. Smart idea. That was almost a very good play for Nyx, but they backed out here, and you could just see Outwire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, a flawless round from St. John's Bosco, reminding themselves who they are. They were not about to let the upset happen, and we have a tied round.
And yeah, really unfortunate there. That one play by Nyx there potentially had the speed to shift the pace of that round, but unfortunately a little hasty. Could have held the trigger a little bit more. You see Chamber has that yellow jacket, so you know he has his teleport ready, and if you can line up that headshot, back of his head, right click, get that one tap, get the outlaw, and try and leverage that into some more pressure in the round, you have a chance. But unfortunately the right click doesn't kill. It's a great reaction by Asiso to get that teleport out there, but will be that cause for them. 7-7 now, back up to a dead even game, but it is a pretty hefty buy here. But we'll see for the moment here, they don't actually have too much. They have 2 rifle kits, a guardian kit, and a judge light shield for Snot, accepting obviously whatever Bear had before he was taken out. As again, still on this mid buy here for this offense side, as Outlier takes down his mirror Jet in praise, as we'll see a CISA rotating around. It looks to be 2 Hookah, 1 A main, and the spike carrier with Reyna alongside moving in showers here in the 5v3 for attack. Guardian's going to get picked up here. Lazy Cat now just going to clear out A site, and it's just going to be another 5-player hold here for this offense. I'm not too sure how this retake is going to look unless there's a big performance from this rifle kit and Clarkett.
Yes, they are. Outlier takes out Nyx, takes out Snot, and it looks to be another round for St. John's Bosco unless they can. Clarkett trying to survive once more, but it's not going to matter. Clove immediately shuts it down, and St. John's Bosco regains the lead 8-7. Not much. That was pretty much defiant round for St. John's Bosco. Now they have the momentum back on their side. It's looking not dim yet for Lancaster, but with a great I'll say this, they have played very good. Lancaster immediately showing that even without the manpower, the play style, they have been performing so well here. Nyx obviously the main man that has really shown what Lancaster really is.
And yeah, Lazy Cat now to move on over here. Clarkett will get bit by the Prowler now. Fade continuing to lean forward here. Lazy Cat trying to keep this pressure up for SJB, who have been off to a huge start in this half. Nightfall sent on forward here. Han hitting the back of the site. Jet moving in here. Gonna seize this Fade. But look at the Judge here. The Bucky here. There's a Bucky on site in tube here. Peeking around. Go for one. But no, it's not lethal. And Stardust able to help them out. Regen Shield will heal Lazy Cat up a little bit now. And it's just a massacre here on the backside. Unfortunately, Snot now left in a 1 versus with his Judge. They should see the sky. They should say, nobody walk around this corner, and we win the round. As it will be Snot coming out here. Ultron here on this 6-shooter. As we'll see for the moment here, pushes forward, but no. The blind comes out. Stardust gets the kill through it regardless. 9-7 lead now. As again, SJB really resilient here for their 5th round in a row.
Indeed, they are 5-round win straight. All they need is about 4 more round victories, and they can call themselves winners for this week and possibly gain some points in the process as well. As we just see, again, Stardust and this team really have turned it around, the momentum in their favor once more. Snot, very unfortunate. He almost had it. He popped off one, tried to get another one, but unfortunately the blind did not work in his favor. As we get set ready for another round between these two, as we see all players just parking their butts for the time being, looking to maybe sit there and just regroup as a team if you're Lancaster. You see Clarkett picking up the LMG this time. Haven't seen much of LMGs in this match tonight. Mostly been snipers, assault rifles, and shotguns. Again, shotgun's been the name of the game for Lancaster. It worked for them before, but obviously St. John's Bosco has immediately applied the pressure as Snot once more in that smoke. He's probably going to sit there for the time being as Nick tries to pick off one. Maybe go for the long shot. No, it's Bear who takes out Isaiah with the rifle, and he's going to do just that as he parks his time for the time being. Snot once more tries to get offered, use the blind fire. Clarkett able to drop him once more. Oh, and Stardust is going to drop Snot, immediately taking out the power player in the process. Grace once more tries to weave in and out, going to park it for the time being. Bear once more going to park it and peek that corner as both players head towards the B site. As 30 seconds in towards the round, Lancaster down 2, looking to tie it up. No action as yet as both teams reach B site, hoping to make a play. Clarkett what's going to park it, shots fired. Lazy Cat tried to take it off, try to get what's more. Praise drops one, nice. Clarkett drops another, and defenders for this round, Lancaster finds their momentum, and it's a 9-8 game. Lancaster wants to continue the upset in this matchup.
And yeah, really nice there. Praise especially gets the peek on Clove the second they take that hookah jump, whether that's game sense, maybe they heard something, or just really unfortunate for the Clove there. It's really nice timing by Praise, able to get them while they're still just landing, not able to get that accuracy reset. Then peeks over, able to help Clarkett out with that final body. Is nice work here to try and get the round score back in favor. Again, they finally break the 5-round winning streak held by their oppressors. We'll see for the moment. Spike put down by the backside of A main. As we'll wait and see here. There's an op shot through the wall. Praise is not re-peeking that. He will get healing from the Clove overgrowth here, up to 93 HP. Able to at least tank maybe 2 Vandal shots to the chest now, so could be worse. Much better than that 30 HP he was on a moment ago, but it's going to be pretty heavily pressured now toward this A site. 2 main, 2 showers. They get the kill on Outlier, sure, but it's not looking great right now. As it will be the Brim Smoke coming down here. That's they're using Util to defend B. They don't know what's about to hit them on A here. There they go, all 4 breaking in. It will be Stardust and Bear both going down. Sees misses as Nix peeks out, gets one, gonna break the chamber teleport and gets away. Clove ults, they just need to run now. Clove has to try and take a fight here as he drops the spike down to his teammate, and now you have to go. You have to go. He has no one to fight. There's just no one to fight. He's gonna die out here. Again, Clove, if you don't get a kill within maybe 10 seconds, you just die. Teleport comes out from Fade, but Fade isn't too much quicker here for this Lazy Cat side. Here's the Odin peeking out, gets the spray down, and Nyx finds the other on that opposite site here. And we are now 9-9. This is a much closer map than we were expecting here. And again, some backset Lancaster resilience here evens us out 9-9. 4 rounds now to win. Overtime an extreme possibility as timeout going to be taken here by SJB.
Yeah, SJB really taking the time out. This is probably a good idea to regain a couple of what we have seen. I'm impressed with Lancaster. Looks like they were almost down and out. Looks like SJB was about to try and run away with this one. Lancaster says, "Hold up, no, let's regroup for the time being." And now you just see Praise, Bear, Snut, and all these other players for Lancaster immediately get back their momentum. Now it's a tied 9-9 in this series. Lancaster really wants to get the upset as the timeout slowly decreases. And again, you wonder if this is because of what's happening to SJB for this timeouts as 10 seconds reach down. This right here is important around because this does bring about the momentum and it will carry over who wants it more. That is the question. As the timeout is over, we're back towards the action. Score is 9-9. Whoever wins this will gain a round advantage and possibly win the matchup for tonight. As you see Reyna with the Vandal, not the Vandal, the Phantom for the time being, trying to flip back to both of their weapons. And this is equally as tremendous, not tremendous, but equal scary for SJB. You really did not expect this playstyle from Lancaster. As Bear peeks around with the operator, tries to peek that slight corner as both teams seems to be switching from B towards A. As Lazy Cat walks through, he has to be very careful as Nyx is patrolling that area. Peeks out left and back between the corner. Nyx trying to catch him off a bit off guard. Lazy Cat fires more, misses them shots completely as Nyx slowly backs off. Over to Praise. Praise eyeing that corner, that area. See what he could do for the time being. So even stalemate as a minute goes by in towards the round as Praise drops Stardust, immediately peeking through that. Lands the headshot. Stardust was not expecting that as Outlier pops their ultimate for the time being. No, they're going to back off for the moment. As Outlier tries to peek through that more, and there's Nyx drops Lazy Cat once more. 5-3 in favor of Lancaster, trying to complete their upset. Praise calls out, sees that other jet is peeking around that window, but that other jet's going to pack off for the time being. Clove once more. We saw the last round. They used their ultimate, did not get that kill, and unfortunately, they died in that round. Hopefully, they're not going to do that. As Bear peeks around, misses with the first shot, sends out his ability. Praise once more, tries to get it, but Outlier's going to drop them. Praise once more, the trade-off. Clove gets one more. Outlier tried to clutch it up to 3v2. Not in their favor. The spike carrier is killed. Down goes. No, it's not going to be enough. And Lancaster with the 10-9 round win. They still need 3 more to get the win.
And yeah, I mean that's an expensive. It's not. I guess not even a retake. They just haven't planted yet. But you do still have to retake the site. Obviously, very expensive to use that Nightfall, to use that Brim Sky ult. But they decide they need it. Right, you're so late in the game here. Winning every single round matters. So they say, you know what? We'll commit heavy. We'll pay these ultimates to win this round to put you in even more pressure. But I have to note, in that round, both teams played so much slower. That was the slowest round by both teams, either team, that we've seen the entire day, I would say. And again, you have to think in that timeout, both teams thought about it. Our opponents have been playing very quick. They're taking fights early. So what if we play slow and play default? But when both teams, it seems, potentially lean toward that same decision, you end up getting a complete opposite pace of a game here, going to the final seconds. And obviously, some rounds have been very slow. I think back to that Jet round where they had to run in, try and grab the spike in the last seconds with the Guardian, but that was on a flank play. You're trying to move quick, but the Jet just has to make a slow play to try and continue. Praise finds Stardust now on the 5v4 here, as we'll see Lazy Cat trying to plant for the 3rd or 4th time here, but we'll get gunned down. Snot finds 1. Clove on the Sheriff here finds 2. We'll be able to upgrade that gun as well if we get into angle or elbow, but no! Asiso finds Snot, but Bear gets there before the chamber can go into hiding here. Really nice work. 9-11 now here, as we'll see how this gets gets controlled forward here. 11 up now, again, for this Lancaster side, who now, they had a 6-round win streak. They dropped 5 in a row, and they've built it back up now 2-4. If they re-get to that 6th round in a row, they will win the game on it. So definitely have to be careful here. You're about out of time for the side of St. John Bosco, but you're also about out of credits. Look at the economy here. They're going triple Sheriff, Shorty, and a Phantom here with heavy regen light. So this is really dangerous here. The Tour de Force getting committed by Osiso here to try and give them a little bit more free money, essentially a free operator, as Osiso trying to find the angle that they want to push for the moment. But Trailblazer, the Hounds come out for the side of Sky here. We'll find Bear, just gonna get a good bit of harassment here onto a couple players, a bit more info as we'll see for the moment. The final Seeker looks bugged there for a little bit, but it's not going to be the biggest problem as Bear trying to find a shot here on this operator. Tour de Force now peeking out, but now we have to pick up the spike here as it's going to be a run to B here. You see that operator, you don't want to be the peeker into it. You have Garden player getting pushed now. It's going to be Fade in a bit of danger here. Clove coming out, but they actually don't know Clark. It's here on the Odin. Able to get 1 and 2. Praise finds Outlier retraded, but now the Clove finds that 3rd degree of trade as Chamber. Tour de Force looking at Bear here, but that smoke is up and blocking both of them. Both of them will have the ability to be watching this angle when that smoke drops. The CISO has to decide. He backs away. I think they might have seen a fragment of his head there, but not going to keep it for too long. Reyna pushing around long. Stardust wants to try and pick up one of these guns. Haunt comes out. 20 seconds on the round here. Starting to get really dangerous. Clark it with the Odin. Happy to play the passive angle. Seas comes out. Will not grab. Incendiary now comes out as well. Chamber though. 24 is Nick. Now peeks out. Can't find the shot in the Odin. 12 seconds now for Stardust here. He has to somehow find it. This Bear operator misses the shot, but with only 7 seconds, what can we do? Odin peeks out. Gets the kill. A triple for Clark it. And match point for Lancaster on their 5th round win in a row.
Match point.
Indeed, it is. You saw the hesitation. The Reyna really tried to just bait and really tried to bait them that time, but it did not work out in their favor. And now, with 1 more point, Lancaster looking to do the upset, to do the impossible, to take down the powerhouse SJB, looking to complete the dream win as we get ready for the last round. Lazy Cat and all of them, they really did not expect themselves to be in this scenario, but now it's time for them to clutch up. The score is 12-9. 1 more round win will spell victory for Lancaster as we see Bear immediately going to park it and survey that top area in A tower. Just so far not going to work for them as we see SJB trying to get there. There's the Jet dashing away from them. Nick's immediately the fire one at Stardust with a drop headshot trying to circuit the storm for the time being. Nick once more tries to get anything. Nick drops once more. Try to get another one. 4v3 in favor of Lancaster. The pressure as ICO backs off for the time being. Very in trouble for him, but he just gets away as the spike is planted. Lacey got to get more to 2. Claire drops 1 more, but the Clove is gonna pass out for blood loss. Trying to get 1 more. Claire Kid drops him, and Lancaster has done it. The upset is complete, and Lancaster does it by a score of 13-9.
And yeah, I mean, that's a super good game, right? You're trying to drop everything you can there. Ults on that final round, and at the end of the day, Clove throws an ult out, but Clarket's Odin. Again, there was a time earlier in this game where I feel Clarket was like 4-10, 4-11. He was really, all respect to him, of course, struggling in that early game, but he says, you know what? I'm struggling right now. I'm not doing great. It's not going great. I'm going to start playing the Odin. And when he bought that Odin there, that second half started to go a lot better for him. And it's going to be exactly what they needed at the end of the day here. Pick up a lot of kills, some great performances from a lot of the different players here. Outlier and Nyx, 2 of our highest ACS players. Stardust as well, 2nd most kills in the lobby. But at the end of the day, it's Lancaster who walk away with it 13-9 in a thrilling matchup here.
Indeed, it is. You gotta give credit to both teams, especially SJB, who really started off strong. But again, this is why you never overlook your opponent. You get stuff like this. You get the upset. Obviously, congratulations to both teams. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this special week. We see you all next week for week 4. I've been your host, Kenzo SSW. Alongside me is Cardinal. Shout out to our amazing production staff, Edge and Tucker, for providing this great gameplay for you all. We'll see you all next week for week 4. You are watching the VHEL.